What is up, bros? I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we are a couple of bros on a mission to give you guys the most detailed movie reviews out there with as little bias as possible. Welcome to the All Bros. This week on the podcast, we are joined by none other than the Mr. Plunge.
I don't know if there's anyone better on the earth at breaking Rose than I.
No, like seriously. I'm just gonna start calling you the biggest Grown Ups 2 fan. You cool with that?
You could have biggest, smallest, all of the verbs fit, adjectives fit. I'm the only Grown Ups 2 fan.
Dude, I will say the only person I think has broken Rose more than you has been Almi.
That's sad. I don't want to be in the same category as that.
Oh, man. Anyway, on this week's episode in Weekly Watch, we got a couple movies to discuss this week, none of them of which I have watched.
Blasphemy.
I know. I've been on a show kick. I know. I've been on a show kick lately. So I've been watching Fallout, but we don't really talk about shows on here. But for any of you curious, it's actually pretty good. But yeah, after that, we will be getting into our headliner, which will be our breakdown of the Oscar-winning movie Poor Things, which is currently available on Hulu for those of you that have not seen it.
And also Disney Plus, since they did that whole merger.
Very funny.
I actually watched this on Disney Plus, and it felt weird.
It should feel wrong.
Dude, there's nothing like watching a movie like that and then just like hitting back and then seeing like Cinderella and, and Beauty and the Beast, like all of those. Right. It's just like, it feels dirty. All right. But without further ado, let's say we get on into this.
Let's do it.
All right.
This is Failing Hollywood with me, Billiam, Grant, and your host, Mikey T. We work in film, and it's terrible.
There's like strikes and stuff, and then COVIDs and stuff. And
I keep a toaster next to my bathtub.
Yeah, because we work at props. That's why.
We work at props. That's why. Not because I want to die.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you kept your soap hot. Slick it down, heat it up before you rub it all over your body.
I freaking love his promos, dude.
The suicide joke is the best.
I met Grant like a month ago. We flew out for my nephew's birthday. So I was failing Hollywood, and I was like chilling out with my niece out in like the corner of the yard, and I just heard a voice, and I was like, I know that voice. Why do I know that voice? I don't know anyone here. This is not where I live. I was like, what? It took me like 5 minutes because I hadn't gone to the beginning part of the party. And then I just see a dude, and I was like, that guy looks familiar. Why does that guy look familiar? And then he talked again, and I was like, Grant. And he's like, yes. And I was like, podcast. That's right. That was like most of the words we spoke, but it was nice.
Dude, it's crazy that we can recognize people by their voices. I feel like there's not very many other like things that we could be doing where that'd be the case.
It was so weird because I was like, I don't know people coming to this party. I wouldn't have any reason to know a single soul coming.
Oh, hell. All right. Well, this week in Weekly Watch, like I said, we got a couple new things to talk about. So, Rose, you want to hit us with what you watched first?
I would love to. I had a feeling that was going to be his reaction. So yeah, I haven't watched it since I was a kid. I rewatched Fat Albert. I sure did. dropped it on Hulu and Disney Plus, so I had to check it out. And you know what? I feel it's one of the better cartoons to live action adaptations because I think it's interesting how they do it, where they come out of the TV, they can only stay in the real world for so long, otherwise they'll fade away. And I don't know. I think it's a fun movie. I had just as good of a time as I did as a kid. So,
Dude, I'll be real. I don't know if I've ever seen Fat Albert in its entirety.
I don't think so
Really?
either. But like looking at Keenan Thompson, it works. It definitely works.
oh shit,
Dude, I couldn't think of a better casting.
I kind of
For that
love the
character.
simplicity in the poster. Kind of jarring, but like,
oh shit. No,
What do
I
they
feel
do
like
about the
everyone
guy-
is cast perfectly here.
what do they do about the guy whose like hat is also his lips? Like, his whole
Oh,
hat.
so it's actually like really fun. So when they get into the real world, like I think like a day or two after, he takes it off, and they're just like, "Oh my god, you have such a nice face." But then when they go back into the TV, he jumps in without his hat, and like you literally just see floating eyeballs and and teeth. It's kind of terrifying.
That's amazing.
Oh.
What
But-
year?
But like it's like really funny when all of them like as they go along in the real world, all of their like quirks that make them special like go away. Like Mushmouth is actually able to like talk English and like actually people can understand him, but then right when he goes back into the TV, just back to nobody being able to understand a damn thing he can say.
Supposed to teach a lesson is that the TV gives today's children autism.
There we go.
Something
There we
like
go.
that.
Yeah. So yeah, since I feel this is one of the better, like I said, cartoons to live action adaptations, I would actually give it a stream it.
Hell yeah.
So yeah,
I
a
was
fun
a
time.
little I was a little worried that you were gonna throw a $5 Tuesday its way, and I was gonna
No.
freaking fight you. I was
No,
like, dude,
it's-
I haven't seen the whole thing. I know that's crap.
No, yeah, dude, I could never give it that high.
Fair enough. All right, and then the next movie we got is actually one that Mr. Plunge watched this week. So you want to tell us about that one?
That's right. The Greatest Hits, brand new, just came out on Hulu. Scratched every part of my brain of a movie that I like. It really nice. It's about this woman who got into an accident and she time travels via music. So every time she hears a song, it takes her back to the first time she heard it, if it has like some sort of core memory. You learn
Oh, okay.
pretty quickly, but something tragic happened to her and a loved one. So she lives in the past. Like every night she goes back and lives in the past, but then meets someone new. But also she has these like, she ear plugs up when she goes out in public, because if she just hears a song in passing, she like passes out. Okay. But then she meets someone new. But how am I going to meet someone new when I can't take my headphones off, you know? So it's a beautiful story of grief, time travel, love, and it just is about music, which is elite soundtrack. Yeah, Lucy Boynton's fantastic in it. Big crush, giant crush. But I recommend giving it a watch. It's new on Hulu. Didn't know it existed before last night. I was just scrolling Letterboxd, like trying to find someone to put on in the background, and then this stole my attention for the whatever 100 minutes it is.
Dude, I gotta say the time travel element is super interesting to me.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Well,
One of
'cause
my
then-
favorite movies is the that involves time travel or uncontrollable time travel is The Time Traveler's Wife.
Not familiar.
Either
Oh,
way.
that's a good one. So it's Rachel McAdams and Eric Bana. Like super interesting. They redid I guess, the story a little bit with some new people, and I think they made it a show on HBO, and pretty good adaptation. But I think I preferred the Eric Bana version more.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then she has like this board in her room because then she starts learning what songs take her to like what moments. So then she like tracks that. So she wants to go back to whatever time she like knows what songs to put on. And then she's like searching for specific moments, but she doesn't remember the song, but she knows there's a song type shit like that. It was cool. I like how they did the concept of time travel.
Dude, I'm here for it. I freaking love shit like that. Like that's freaking awesome. Dude, Hulu releases some sneaky good movies.
It does. Many people are calling it Eternal Sunshine of the Spotify-less mind.
I actually really like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was surprised because it was just like a random Hulu spotlight searchlight picture. I was like, okay, sure. And at the end, I think I have it as like my second favorite movie of the year.
Hell yeah.
So,
damn.
I give it a $5 Tuesday.
Hell yeah. That's usually as good as like
non-big
like, streaming movies get, unless they're like out of this world amazing. Yeah, my like equivalent of like a $5 Tuesday or wanting to watch something on the big screen is I'll watch it on big screen, on the VR headset.
Yeah.
And that satisfies my urge like fairly well, but freaking love that. But yeah, once again, I was lame this week and didn't really watch anything. So yeah.
Loser watching TV. What idiots watch TV these days?
Idiots with no time
He
on
said
their
it on
hands. I am slowly like running out of shows to watch, so I will be up on the movie train wagon again.
Caleb, The Office. I'm just saying.
The Office is always there.
Oh man, I don't know if I can do The Office.
Just skip season one.
I've gotten this far.
No. I'm sick of the narrative that season 1 is not good. Season 1 is so good. I'm sick of acting like it's not.
It's okay. It's not horrible,
1.
but
no. Skip episode 1. It's not season 1. It's episode 1. That's all you have to skip. Season 2.
I have a point.
Episode 2 is Diversity Day. Diversity Day. Like the best episode. You're like, I can't get through it. Then you're not funny. I'm sorry.
You struck a chord with Mr. Plunge here. Oops.
I know. Freaking hell.
I apologize.
I mean, that's like,
it's okay.
I don't know what it is. Like, I see like the little, like the clips and stuff. Like I've seen them on like Instagram Reels, the shorts, TikTok. Like I see those and I find them funny. It's just when I go to watch the show, the show just doesn't catch me as much as those clips do.
That honestly blows my mind.
Right? And it's like,
because the clips are funnier when you understand
the context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I interest you in D'Angelo Vickers?
Oh yeah.
D'Angelo Vickers.
I wish Will Ferrell was on it for more than 4 episodes.
I don't.
Like,
oh. Oh man. But yeah, like I said, I'll be jumping on the movie bandwagon here again shortly.
or The Office.
I know, like, dude, it's seriously going to be like once Fallout, like once I'm done watching Fallout, it's like The Boys is going to come out or something, and I'm back on that bandwagon.
No, see, Caleb, screw all that. Jump on The Office bandwagon. I'm going to get you to watch The Office.
If you start The Office
Just
now.
like I got you to watch Superstore. You're going to watch The Office, okay?
Did you like Superstore? Because let me tell you, The Office is 100 times better than Superstore.
Whoa.
Oh
No.
Everyone's striking
Superstore.
chords tonight.
You might be the first Superstore stan I've ever met in my
Oh,
entire
dude,
life.
Superstore is my
I like
favorite show of all
Superstore.
time.
It's not.
I love Superstore. I will take Superstore. Don't remember, I love The Office.
Big
But if I
Cloud
had to
9
choose
guy?
Superstore every day, what?
Big Cloud 9 guy?
Yeah, Cloud9 every day.
Dude, wasn't there a show recently that had Cloud9 in it?
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. But yeah, like you can see it in the background. People are just like, "Oh, is that how they got the idea to turn it into a show?" It's like, yes, that's where they got it from.
Oh, all right, dude. I recently rewatched all of Superstore. That final season is some bullshit.
I don't think I ever got
like good or bad bullshit.
No, it's I didn't like the last. Well, okay. Once Amy left, I was like, eh. And then once she came back, I was back in.
I mean, like, Jonah's the most annoying piece of shit character of all time. I just can't get into it.
He does suck.
Jonah sucks.
I disagree, but
dude, what
I
about
feel
what
it-
he?
it-
Do you even remember what he put that little blonde girl through?
oh, Kelly, yeah,
that was shitty.
What redeeming traits does Jonah have?
I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. Okay,
Yeah,
no more. Okay, so there will be no bad mouthing The Office or Superstore on this podcast.
I'm sorry, I didn't know we were allowed to have opinions here on the All Bros. Sorry, let's just call it the Rose Bros.
Okay,
No
Let's do
longer all. It's just you, Rose.
those are the two exceptions on this podcast. No bad mouthing those two shows.
He's like, but if I hear a slander of Parks and Rec, I will end this stream.
Never seen the show, so I can't have an opinion.
I
Boy, oh boy, are you
enjoyed
gonna about
Parks
to
and Rec.
love a show?
Okay. No, I've been
Honestly,
told by
I
many,
think
especially my buddy Ryan, that I need to watch that.
I'm curious as to whether or not that might be my problem with The Office, is because I like Parks and Rec so much,
No,
and
they can
it feels almost like
they can coexist.
copying. I know
Brother,
they can, but
coexist. You can
Just like we can say that The Office and Superstore are both great.
Some would say that. That's right.
it's like
Never
some
gonna let
would.
this go.
It's like some would, but they're not on this show.
Just became the All Bro podcast. All right, see you guys.
The Some Bros.
Some bros.
This is what Caleb wanted all along.
Oh man. All right, before we get into another argument,
Yeah, stop watching TV shows.
yeah. Let's get into this week's headliner, where we break down the Oscar-winning film Poor Things. Alrighty. If you are new to our breakdown system, we have split movies into 8 different categories that we individually score to come to a final All Bros and the Plunge letter grade. The 8 categories that we score are story, writing, acting, character development, effects, music, costumes, and then we give our own personal score at the very end. All of those numbers get magically added up and spit through our algorithm and give us a letter grade to compare this movie to others of a similar grade. It also gives us a percentage that doesn't matter, despite what our third co-host DJ may say. But
What does DJ know? That probably doesn't like Superstore.
Thank you. Wait, what? What was that about Superstore?
Yeah, so all of those get added up. We figure out our ranking and everything, and so yeah. But without further ado, if you have not seen Poor Things, this is a bit of a tough one to spoil, I'd say, but the spoilers are coming regardless in our favorite segment that we like to call Reading with Rose.
I'm going to be honest with you. Someone spoiled this movie for me before I went in. I wouldn't have believed them. So listen away. You either won't believe it or you will. So it's fine.
I'm just curious if they're as explicit with the nudity in the description as it is in the movie.
I'm a
the real
rose.
question.
What's apple in her pussy?
All right. In Victorian London, the medical student Max McCandles becomes an assistant to the eccentric surgeon Godwin Baxter. Max falls in love with Godwin's ward Bella, a childlike young woman. Godwin reveals that Bella's body is that of a woman who was pregnant and killed herself by leaping off a bridge. Godwin then replaced the woman's brain with that of her fetus, giving her an infant's mind, and named her Bella Baxter. With Godwin's encouragement, Max asks for Bella's hand in marriage. Bella accepts, but as her intelligence rapidly develops, she becomes curious about the outside world and herself. She soon discovers masturbation and sexual pleasure. She runs off with Duncan Wedderburn, a debauched lawyer whom Godwin hired to overhaul the Nupital contract. Deciding to let her go, Godwin begins a new experiment with a young woman, Felicity, who matures more slowly than Bella. Bella and Duncan embark on a grand journey beginning in Lisbon, where they have frequent sex. Bella is mistakenly addressed as Victoria Blessington by a fellow hotel guest. When Bella becomes difficult for him to control, Duncan smuggles her onto a cruise ship. Bella befriends two passengers who open her mind to philosophy. Duncan attempts to stunt her growth to no avail. He becomes exasperated and indulges in drinking and gambling. During a stop at Alexandria, Bella witnesses the suffering of the poor and becomes distraught. Wishing to help them, she entrusts Duncan's winnings to unscrupulous members of the crew who falsely promise to give it to them. Unable to afford the rest of the trip, Bella and Duncan are dropped off at Marseilles and make their way to Paris. Seeking money and accommodation, Bella begins working at a brothel. Enraged, Duncan breaks down and Bella abandons him. At the brothel, she comes under the tutelage of Madame Sweeney or Swiney. I can't remember how she said it. Is it Sweeney?
I think it's
Sweeney, and begins a relationship with a prostitute, Toinette, who introduces her to socialism. Now terminally ill, Godwin asks Max to bring Bella to him. Max finds her after tracking down Duncan, who has been institutionalized. Back in London, Bella reconciles with Godwin and renews her plans to marry Max. The wedding is interrupted by Duncan and General Alfie Blessington. The latter, addressing Bella as Victoria, declares that they were married before her disappearance and that he has come to reclaim her. Bella abandons Max to learn of her past life, but discovers Alfie's violent and sadistic nature and realizes Victoria committed suicide to escape him. Alfie confines Bella to his mansion. He threatens her at gunpoint to submit to genital mutilation. Mutilation, God. And a subsequent rape, demanding she drink a sedative. She tosses the sedative in his face, and after a struggle, Alfie accidentally shoots himself in the foot before passing out. Godwin dies peacefully with Bella and Max at his side. Bella follows in Godwin's footsteps by becoming a surgeon with the help of Max, Antoinette, and transplants a goat's brain into Alfie's head.
They leave out a lot of discoveries.
They do.
Can't keep me down. I will discuss the discovery.
I'm still familiar. Like, I'm still getting used to my hotkeys.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh man.
Oh man, dude, this movie was freaking nuts.
Did any of you go in completely blind to this movie?
Yeah. For the most part, yes.
Okay.
Basically. So the only thing I knew about it, so DJ talked about this movie a couple times ago when he was on the show.
Yeah.
And he was telling us like, oh, you see like a lot of Emma Stone. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? And then he was just like, it was like the weirdest, like good movie that I've seen.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, like, and so it piqued our interest. So we wanted to do it. And
that's a great way to put it.
yeah. And I don't disagree. And he really undersold how much of Emma Stone that we would be seeing during this movie.
Rather, she was just furious jumping.
Like, like, don't get me wrong, Emma Stone is gorgeous. She's beautiful. One of my biggest celebrity crushes. But I think I've seen her boobs enough in my lifetime after this movie.
Not me.
Dude, it was a lot. I
went in
pulled up the parental guide and I was like, I don't know if I can watch this with kids in the house. So I'm gonna go watch this out in my office.
Thank God you made that decision.
You watching your VR movie theater? Your woman finds you. She's like,
That's
I knew
what we should have done.
I knew it. Knew you were watching porn out here. At what point does a movie have to be classified as porn? Because this had to be towing the line.
Dude, this was walking a very fine line.
Like, yeah, especially like with approaching porn territory. When does it also approach NC-17 territory? Like, I've never seen this much nudity in a.
That's because there's no P in V. There's no V shot. That's got to be it.
But there is a shot of Emma Stone flapping a man's penis.
That's true. That was science, though.
Yeah, that
you have to realize she was. She was learning.
That's. Oh, I'd laugh my ass.
They went on a little break, and then the brothel scenes just went back to 100.
It's true.
You're like, okay, maybe this movie's comment. Nope.
Yeah, they got significantly worse after that.
That's that. You thought this was nice with Ruffalo and Stone. Here's some fat guys.
Dude, I refuse to believe that that all of those people were real. There had to be one that was like CG altered or whatnot. They looked crazy.
Yeah, they did.
Like how do you even go about finding people like that? Just like, hey, you want to make a quick buck?
You just gotta go to Canton, Ohio. You'll find all the people you need.
Oh man, it was a lot. Like even with
That being said, back to the story. Really like the story. Because like as you watch, you go, "What the fuck is this?" And then you go, "Oh, okay, it's kind of like a Frankenstein thing." And then you go, "Oh, it's the fetus in her own." You go, "What the fuck?" Again, and then a bubble comes out of his mouth, and you go, "What the fuck?" And then she sticks an apple in her pussy, and you go, "What the fuck?" And then Mark Ruffalo shows up, and it's great. So.
Yeah, dude, there was a lot of those moments, and it always it felt icky.
It did.
Like as you're going, because like
I don't know about you guys. I watched this in theaters. Do you know how uncomfortable I was?
Dude, I wish I would have.
Oh, I don't know if I could have watched this.
Caleb, we should have watched this together on VR. Oh shit,
dude! It got just like some of the implications were really uncomfy. Just like one where when what's his face McCandles asks Defoe, he's like, "Hey, are you messing around with that?" And he's like, "Oh no." I was like, "Okay, cool." And he's like, "I can't." And I'm like, "That's not the answer, bro."
Because of
it's
the
no.
Oh,
and then he like kept going on about it, and he's like, "Yeah, what would take it, or the amount of electricity that would take to stimulate this mine would light all of London. Like, yeah. And then Candles being into that, knowing that she has knowing the situation, that it's the brain of an infant, like that felt gross. And then I understand that Ruffalo's character didn't know the whole background, but that still felt
icky.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, I just had to meet who they were writing this contract about and decided to snatch her up. Like, that's freaking weird.
Dude, I love the freaking the freaking part when I think they've gone 3 times and Emma Stone or Bella is just like, oh, shall we go again? He's like, no, even I need a rest after that.
I love Ruffalo in this. I think it's my favorite.
He was
Ruffalo
amazing
role ever.
Dude, this is probably the most personality I've seen in a performance of his.
Yeah.
Like, he's usually very monotone.
Every moment on screen he was in, I was laughing. Like,
yeah.
Especially at the end, like when his downfall starts, he knocks every scene out of the park.
My question though is, where was it mentioned that why he got institutionalized? Did I miss that?
He
really
the fuck out at the
over.
Sorry, say that again, Caleb.
No, they really glossed over that.
They didn't
cover that shit whatsoever.
Okay, because I rewound it twice. I'm just like, what am I freaking missing here?
There was a lot of moments like that.
Yeah, I think it was a line in passing that Willem Dafoe said, after he went crazy outside the brothel.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, excuse to watch this movie again.
Darn.
For those reasons.
Yep.
For those reasons. No
You're
other
just
reasons.
Like Baxter. You're doing research. Okay.
Exactly.
Oh man. The story, like you said, it constantly was shifting.
Yeah.
And I liked that, and how she kind of kept the crazy personality, where the naive mentality, and how it just slowly started fading with more.
Yeah, she was just continually learning and curious. Just a tale of curiosity.
Yeah. So, I mean, in that sense, it was interesting, but it's funny that you can see those milestones in her.
Yeah.
Just in how she acts, like how in the beginning she is very little baby mindset, laughing at the burp bubble, which I want to know what was up with that damn burp bubble, dude. They never explained that shit.
I thought they did.
No, he's
hooked up to a machine. I don't know, burp bubble, obviously.
Yeah, they explained why he was strapped to the machine, because he can't produce his gastric acids. And then he just burps a bubble, and then it flies up in the air and pops, and then everyone's just like, yay.
The noise that led up to it was just great. The burr.
The burp bubble made me laugh hysterically every time without fail.
I think what made me laugh even harder is the fact that it's Willem Dafoe, such an acclaimed actor, and he had to do that fucking shit.
Yeah, but you see that mindset, the toddler mindset, then you kind of get into the
phallic, let's go.
Yeah, the rebellious teen era, where she's just like, oh, I know, because she even states, with Ruffalo's character, I feel like I would be unsafe with him, and that intrigues me. And then she goes off and runs away with him, and then during that time, she's hitting what I would say her puberty era is, where she's just ready to roll at all times.
Jumping. The most furious jumping.
Dude, I freaking love the interaction with the maid, and she's like, "I have to share something with you." She like just goes for it. I was like, "Oh, jeez."
Oh shit.
I love these like those little quick. It was almost like one-liners. How the nurse when Bella does that, she's like, she grabbed my hairy business. I'm like, ah, jeez. Like they had a bunch of lines like that where it's just like, dude, what? Like so many. Then we'll get into that with writing a bit more. But yeah, and then you see like I would say like the equivalent of like her 20s. And then like 30s on where she's like a little bit more, where she's more mature. Like it was interesting because early on with Ruffalo, she's rearing to go at a moment's freaking notice, versus when she's in the brothel, and I'd say in her like early 20s phase, she's like, yeah, I need something to like, can we like warm
me up? Yeah. They're like,
yeah, nope. But I would say the brothel stage was interesting for all the wrong reasons. Like, dude, I had a hard time watching the dude that brought his kids in to study.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, this is
the whole movie
gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I smelled that one. I could feel.
Yeah. And then the freaking advice that she was giving the kids, like, oh, that's not quite how it works. Like basically correcting the dad. I'm like, dude, just stop. Like, like this is so inappropriate. It felt gross to watch. And there was a lot of shit like that where it was just like too much.
Yeah, the whole movie was too much. The whole movie was over the top. In some things it worked. The production design and all that, it worked.
Caleb, I would just love to see how high school you would react to this kind of movie.
High school me, freaking sheltered, couldn't even watch SpongeBob, or stupid was a cuss word. Me, his brain would have exploded all over the wall.
Oh, I would have loved to see that.
That's incredible.
Yeah, my head would have looked like the damn the guy who tried to run away in the first Suicide Squad, just all over the wall. Oh my gosh, dude, are you kidding me? That version of me could not handle this movie.
How much would you have to get paid to watch this with your parents?
With my parents, there's not enough money in the world.
Oh my god, now I want to see that reaction. Your mom's, oh my god, would be the best thing ever.
Dude, I would rather lay in a pool of scissors than watch this movie with my parents.
$4.8 million.
I couldn't. I understand how much money that is. I don't know if I wouldn't be able to talk to them ever.
Yeah,
again.
you got to give it a month, and then show up with a Range Rover, and like I know what we went through wasn't good, but here's a Range Rover.
Just get your dad a new work truck, your mom a new Subaru. You're good to go.
Oh man, dude,
and then you have $4.6 million.
All is good.
No, all is not good. Most of that money would be going towards therapy.
No, a very small portion of that money would be going to therapy.
Not with the kind of therapy I'd need.
Oh shit.
Holy shit, dude. Absolutely the hell not.
There has to be a family that they were scrolling Disney, and they're like, family movie night. They put that on.
Oh,
Thousands have probably done that. Think about it. Like,
they're really regretting this decision of
your
combining
dad,
the
like,
two.
have you ever just put on a movie you don't know what it is? Be like, well, it's on Disney, you know?
It's got to be family friendly, right?
Yeah, Emma Stone. I love Emma Stone.
And
the Hulk.
Stacy from Spider-Man. Yeah.
In this. Willem Dafoe.
The Green Goblin. Perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Dude,
no way. I get secondhand embarrassment when I know my parents have watched a movie like this. They're just like, oh, we recently watched this, and I'm like, I don't need to hear what you thought of it.
We watched The Wolf of Wall Street. That Margot Robbie. Turned into an old Jewish woman.
Yeah. No thanks. But yeah, the story here was, if you not get rid of, but if you overlooks a lot of the weird parts, the story here wasn't half bad.
Past all the sex.
Yeah, like I think the sex was a little overdone, but the philosophies were really good.
Yeah,
like I liked the philosophical talk.
Not me.
Yeah.
I closed my eyes. All I knew was the philosophical stuff.
Yeah, and some of like the extra characters, like the old lady that she met on the boat, and when Ruffalo was like, "I'll throw her off the boat." You won't. Oh yeah, and then she goes to, and then she's just sitting there like cackling. Like that was such a funny interaction.
That was fantastic.
And just kind of, I think this is what like felt gross about the character, like Ruffalo's character, is that he was reading over a contract and basically assumed that this super naive girl is being held hostage, and like
He was like, I want
that must be beautiful in all this and all. So he's just making wild assumptions about this person he's never seen before. Runs upstairs and he's like, "Hey, run away with me." And she's like,
bet.
All right. And it's like he knows that there's a naive girl within his clutches, gets her, and then once she starts like figuring things out about the world and life and realizes that he's kind of a piece of shit, he like loses his grasp of reality. And that was interesting to watch because I know more often than not that happens quite a bit. So it was kind of cool that they shed a light on that. But everything else I dug. The cinematography was great here. But yeah, I mean, overall, I like the story. It wasn't the greatest thing in the world. This is kind of something I'd put on the same lines, like in terms of my enjoyment, and like story wise. This feels a little bit more like on Nomadland levels, where it was good, but it wasn't like great. Like, I know you watched it because we broke it down.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Nomadland?
I have not.
Yeah, you're
Don't
probably
listen to
fine
Caleb.
not
It's
to.
actually good.
Okay.
Don't listen to Caleb. It's actually good.
Bullshit, Rose.
Okay, I know I liked it. You didn't. That's
Let's see.
Oh,
That's cut and dry.
We're gonna freaking fight. Okay,
Yeah,
it didn't
let's
score
go.
bad, but it was.
An old woman in a van.
Yeah,
Okay.
we gave it a B-. Let's see what you thought of it, Rose.
There's a character named Swanky in it who plays herself, Swanky.
Ah, damn it.
I didn't know.
That's one
so
movie.
long.
Her story.
So,
Every actor plays themselves.
That's one of the early movies that we didn't like distinguish between mine and your score.
damn it.
Yeah. Shit. But regardless, it didn't score that high.
Well,
I'm gonna put it on the watch list just for you, Rose.
yes. Thank you, Mr. Plunge. Thank you.
You got it. The Mr. Plunge. Thank you.
Sorry, the Mr. Plunge. Thank you.
But I don't know about you guys. I like this a little bit more.
What'd you have?
than
Nomad. Yeah.
We gave Nomadland like a 74. And I put this a few points higher. Like I'm probably sitting at like 78. I haven't quite cracked the 80s.
Now, what's an 80 type movie to you?
An 80 type movie?
Yeah.
Blue Blood and Honey. Definitely.
Let's see. The good thing about having all of our scores separated is I can see exactly what an 80 movie
Captain
is for
Fred
me.
Beats.
Maybe I just need to find a movie that I. Okay, so another one that I gave, or that's in the 80 range. It's actually like 83, but I gave Ron's Gone Wrong.
Okay.
Uncharted, I gave an 80 or an 81.
Okay. All right.
Let's see.
I think I'm higher. I really liked the Frankenstein adaptation. I like that a lot. And I think it was super creative. It was super creative and weird and different. And I think that's got to play in as well. So I'm in the 8. I'm at 84.
Okay. Rose?
I think I'm just going to be slightly below the Mr. Plunge at an 82.
All right.
But I do feel
I
it's
can see how
cracked.
this episode's going to go. I'm going to be the asshole.
Yep, you
Always
are.
got to be one. Listen, someone needs to average it out so we can get to an 82.76. That's how it goes.
All right, moving on over to writing. What'd you guys think of this?
Oh,
This was great in my opinion. I loved the writing in this movie, especially everything with they gave for Emma Stone. Like definitely, looking at the acting, but just the writing, just watching how her vocabulary started at the beginning to just how sophisticated it was by the end. Loved it.
we love a woman who reads.
Yes, we do.
That's right.
Especially
Yeah.
when it's Emma Stone.
We love a woman who furiously jumps.
Dude, I was laughing when I went in and told my wife, like after I'd finished it, she walked in, she's like, "Oh, how was it?" And I'm like, "It was pretty good."
It's a little scarring, but
I know, like
I
a
need
little
to tell you
scarring.
something.
And I told her, I'm like kind of the premise, and she's like, "Oh, okay, kind of interesting." And I was like, "Yeah." I'm a little embarrassed by how early on in the movie she started using words I didn't know.
Dude, don't feel that way because I was the same way, man.
I know. I'm like, damn it! Like she's still talking in the third person.
Still a toddler.
I know. Like I was sitting there and I was just like, God damn it! What does empirical mean? And just I was like, shit. Like there was a lot of
You got Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
yep, pretty much. But I thought the dialogue was fantastic with this. Like it was killer. Like this is probably like one of my bigger separations between story and writing, because I felt like the story was but the writing was bitching. I love that we got furious jumping out of this.
It's true. How do you think it was written in the script?
Dude, I freaking had the subtitles on and it was like burping. And I was like, that's not burping.
You need the Stranger Things squelching.
There you go.
Yeah, that seems a little bit more accurate. But yeah, I think the writing I'm probably going to put up at like 87. Like it's a pretty big gap.
Damn.
Like
awesome.
I love
the
philosophical talks were great. Like I loved what's his face, Harry, like the conversations that they have when she sees like the poor and like the babies that are dead in the ditch. And he's like, the conversation before, he's like, you can't handle the real world. Like you're afraid of the real world. And she's like, no, I'm not. And then she sees the realities and is just mortified. And I'm like, and he more or less is like, yeah, told you.
Dude, this movie's scenery, just the way that some things are shot, just amazing. Like you pointed out, the cinematography, incredible here.
Yeah.
I like this. I just went to a random page in the script, found a line out. Duncan, come disrobe me, ride me, and we will drink cocktails on the foredeck.
I was thinking that same line. I just couldn't remember how it went.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So great.
Duncan Whataburd, I have made friends, colleagues, comrades. This is Martha. She is my new friend who has not been fucked in 20 years. Is that not an astonishment? I hope you use your hand between your legs to keep yourself happy.
Holy shit.
That was a fantastic interaction, dude.
So perfect.
Friggin' loved it.
Here's I will fucking throw you overboard. So you wish to marry me or kill me? Is that the proposal? No, I'm going to the casino.
Oh shit. Oh. You know, just the Mr. Plunge throwing out those lines, like I'm just gonna be a couple points higher than Caleb because like it's just so freaking good. 89.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 89 as well.
All right, moving on over.
Find a furious jumping. There's five instances.
Oh,
It will just be you I do furious jumping with. Furious jumping. I love that.
Dude, what? I forget, and I just freaking watched this today. What is the term that she uses when she's eating him out, or when he's eating her out? Like I forget. I don't think it's furious.
Furious licking.
I don't think it's that. But
furious feasting.
Let me do a find on lick.
I wish that's what it was called.
Sugar tart, lick me all day. You just fast licked at my clitoris.
Fast licked. That's it. That was the term I was looking for.
Bella joins him. You are troubled. Did he lie with you? No, we were against a wall. Did you furious jump him? No, he just fast licked at my clitoris. I had the heat that needed release, so at my requesting it was. He hits his head on the bar again. You too may tongue play me, so I'm not understanding this complicated feeling you have. Are you crying now? What a confusing person you are, Duncan Wetterberg.
Dude, what about the whole like how she's talking about how shitty the food is, like on the first like outing,
And then they
and then
have the
she's like,
best dance scene of all time.
Yes.
yeah,
Perfect.
no, she's like eating super shitty food, and then she's like talking to this one lady, and she stands up. I'm sorry, I need to go punch that baby. she just stands up like with her freaking hand cocked back, like ready to freaking wail on this kid. It makes me think of the campaign, the Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis movie. Oh man. But yeah, so getting into acting, so going through this cast list, we have Emma Stone, who plays Bella Baxter, Mark Ruffalo, who played Duncan Wenderborn, Willem Dafoe, who played Godwin Baxter, Rami Youssef, who played Max McCandles, and I believe that was it.
Yeah.
At least in terms of like main cast.
Yeah.
I can't stop reading this script.
If Emma Stone or if any of these people are ever at a convention, I'm getting them to sign that script. That's the dream.
I want that one page that I just read. Literally the one page.
That was all on one page?
That was one. Not the whole thing. The latest insert. But yeah.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
That is fantastic. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm assuming everyone's number one here is going to be Emma Stone.
Yeah, she crushed.
100%. Yeah. I completely understand why she won.
Yeah, very much so. Very much
she was
so.
Going to, but like, I don't hate it.
Yeah, I went into this very hesitant about her having won Best Actress, but I totally get why she did.
She's also going to win Best Actress at the AVN Awards. So,
oh yeah,
hell yeah,
yeah.
I'd say that's deserved.
I agree.
Very much so. Yeah.
Dude, I do this anytime there's a movie that has a character like this, especially at the beginning. But I can't help but think of Ben Stiller's character from Tropic Thunder and just or what Robert Downey says. He's just like, you never go full retard. And I'm like, I'm always like thinking in the back of my mind, I'm like, please don't go full. Don't go full.
Can't gump. Never go gump.
Never go gump.
She went gump, but then she got out.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I think that this could have been one of those films that didn't age very well, but I think it will because they've corrected the issue.
Of course. I'm glad.
Dude, that was one of the freaking lines. The one that McCandles says when he first sees her, he's like, "Wow, that is a very pretty retard." I'm like, dude, what? The flying shit.
Find. There's 2 instances. Yeah.
Caleb just got canceled.
He puts his hand out and shakes hers. She raises a hand gently, then swats him in the nose with a palm. Laughs uncontrollably. His nose starts to bleed. Bud. Blood. Marvelous. I'm fine. Bella starts walking around her and in a circle until she's dizzy. Max stares at her. What a pretty retard. Bella spins on the other side of the room. It was so out of pocket. It was so early on, too. Page 6 of the script. It was like first 10 minutes.
Dude, it set the tone for the rest of the movie like super well. I was just like, okay. Because like I can't even remember the last time I heard that in a modern movie.
The other use of it is actually not even in the, it's like fire retardant like type usage. So
Oh, yeah, that doesn't really count.
this is the one. Everybody
Shit.
gets one.
Everybody gets one. All right. What's your guys' number 2 look like?
This is close, but I think Ruffalo stole the show when he was on screen. So I think I have to put. I really liked Willem Dafoe in this. I think Mark Ruffalo like stole the show when he was on screen.
Agree.
Like me, it's a little different. Like it's actually not close. Like nothing against Willem Dafoe, but like yeah, Mark Ruffalo just freaking like he fucking killed it in this. Like
I wish he won
loved him.
supporting. I wish he won supporting actor more than I wish Emma Stone won Best Actress. Like
I can agree with that. Yeah, he was phenomenal here.
Yeah,
he has like 4 Oscar nominations. He's never won. That was like a shocking
bullshit.
It's like I've never heard of a movie.
Such a great actor.
Dude, if he was ever going to win, this would have been the movie. I don't know if I've seen him in anything else where he's given this much of like a different character.
He was given a rope too, and he just crushed it. He understood the assignment, you see.
Oh yeah, he absolutely
100%.
understood the assignment. Oh man! All right, and then number 3, I'm assuming we're all giving it to Willem Dafoe.
Oh yeah, 100%.
McCandless is hardly in the movie.
Yeah, McCandless
Like you
was
get why
also
he has to be there. But the other 3 steal the show.
I think they could have had a good story with McCandless, but he just kind of felt like fodder. Like he was just kind of there to be there because they couldn't have Willem Dafoe play or just be the one that got Bella out the door. Because he was like super anti letting Bella leave. And then I don't know. I feel like you could have written McCandless out of this.
Yeah, they didn't need to be married. I guess I don't know. It could be it's a plot device for Emma Stone. She stayed committed through her jumping.
True.
Even through her brothel area.
Well, yeah, because what's his face wanted to get married. She's like, no, I'm engaged to another man. You see, that's what set him off the deep end. Partially, she was like, we can't get married. I'm engaged. You idiot.
Oh man, McCandless was really I'd say the catalyst for bringing the original husband into the picture. Like that was kind of all his character was really good
so
for.
They could have a wedding, so then the other guy could come on.
Yeah, which that felt like a storyline that felt very like squeezed in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they could have because like in the back of my head, I kept being like, oh, what if he shows up? They tease that like that exists, and then I feel like they didn't crush it, but the rest of the movie's so weird. It's a rare movie where you talk and think about the beginning and middle more than the end.
Yeah, like I think you could have cut the time with Duncan down a little bit, like
no.
Okay, personally, I would have compressed that down a little bit, like maybe gotten rid of some of the fluff,
blasphemy,
and then kind of given a little bit more story space to the old husband, which I really liked that, and I wish we could have gotten to explore that time a little bit more because that was wild. Because she freaking bounced on her wedding day to go and explore like what her past life was, and then she like, oh, okay, now I understand why your wife threw herself from a bridge. peace out, and then like tries to leave. Like that was freaking wild. Like when
At
she
this
was
point,
stating,
I am confused. You are not here to work? Come on, lay with him. Let him cock you a bit and make some nice broncs. I see. Would he pay me for this? Yes, if you need money, it's the shortest route to it. I have never been cocked by another man, and yet have wondered on that. And I am in need of funds. It is, I believe, a confluence of circumstances. I regard this almost fate-like. Let us do that.
Dude, is this movie considered a dramedy?
Yes.
It is.
She
Okay.
lays down. He pushes her dress up, lays down on her, starts to position himself. Should we warm me up a bit for... He thrusts himself into her. Ow. He thrusts himself into her 3 times. Ugh. She holds in a laugh. He gets up, nods politely. Merci.
You
Scene.
just had to throw the sound effect in there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep. It's required.
Fair.
House rules. Oh man. Gosh, acting is somewhere I'm also sitting fairly high on.
Yeah. I'm pretty very high on the
Yeah.
acting.
So,
I'm probably sitting at like a 91.
Okay. I feel better now.
Where are you guys
I always
at?
feel dumb if I have something high and then you guys come in, you're like, I don't know, like an 82. And I'm sitting here like being like, I definitely didn't have 94 written down. I have a 93 for acting. I think the awards themselves go to show the acting in this movie was phenomenal.
yes. I'm gonna be in the middle of you guys, 92.
All right. All right, next up we got character development. Which this is
The whole movie.
yeah.
Baby growing up.
I know. This is just like you go from like a naive, like basically infant to a fully matured woman. It's a good story too. Like you see her, like I'd say the only thing that this is missing is like maybe some true conflict, and I think that's what they try to squeeze in with with her old life. Cause I mean you see like a progression, and it's just kind of like always on the uphill in terms of like her just overall maturity, and then I'd say it almost like plateaus, and then she meets her former husband, and then it kind of dips, and then she's like, all right, cool, and then bounce or gets him shot in the foot or some shit, and it's kind of like works its way back up, and then I'd say plateau. So it works. I don't think it's the best character development in the world, because I do feel like they probably could have put her on harder times. I'd even say like there could have been more of a drive with her experience with the poor, because I think they kind of glossed over that a little bit. Like she had her like momentary freak out, and then she kind of like slept it off.
True. My character development comes exclusive. I just did some research. Mark Ruffalo says the C word in this movie 6 times.
I did not know it was that many. Wow.
I know it felt like more. And he said it with conviction.
It's a lot of conviction.
Yeah, very
It was
much
hard
so.
It was hard to find them because they spell them with conviction in the script. There's a C. Let's see, C-U-U-U-U-U-U-U-N-T, and then there's also C-U-N-N-N-N-N-T.
Jeez, so weird. Yeah, this I think I am on the higher end. I haven't quite cracked into the 90s though. So I'm
I can agree with
probably
that.
sitting about like an 86. Because I still feel it was solid, but I think there was a little bit of room for improvement.
Concur. I'm at an 87.
I'm gonna match Caleb at an 86.
All right, next up we got effects. So this includes anything like special effects wise, cinematography, all that good stuff.
Oh.
Which
okay.
this movie freaking murdered.
Crushes. It took production design from Barbie. I want you to repeat that. It took production design from Barbie.
This one production design
Yeah.
over Barbie.
Yes.
Shit, I just might say that's true. Barbie had a completely different aesthetic than this film,
Yes.
but just the scenery, dude,
Beautiful.
freaking stunning to look at. And I like that they made it look like it was almost like a stage.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I feel like
that
was
the act
purposefully done.
transitions weird as hell.
Super weird.
They,
Probably could have
they
done
were
without those.
There were scenes that I feel just like came like could literally just be like right out of a painting.
I have a problem. I'm looking ahead. Your costumes ranking, 1 is not even clothes, which this movie is. It's not even clothes. But also this movie has like 10 out of 10 costume, which is not even clothes. So I don't know. I'm gonna run into a conundrum. We'll get there. I need to let you know it's on my brain.
Okay. Yeah, understandable.
Yeah, no, the sets in this movie were unbelievable.
Yeah. One thing I really liked about this is the credits. I loved how they did the credits.
How'd they do the credits really cool. Again? Remind me.
So like it was kind of like instead of the name being like dead center of the screen, they had it like bordering, like it was like repeated. So like they had like Emma Stone, they just had her name across like in the border. Freaking loved that. And then they had like the crazy pictures and stuff from the sets to kind of just highlight. And I freaking love that.
Yeah, the color on this movie was also super cool. I thought it looked just tremendous.
Yeah, the sunsets looked awesome. I like the that first place that they were at. I want to say Portugal.
Yeah, Lisbon.
Yeah, Lisbon. When they were walking out and all the buildings are just like super tall. Like it felt
it felt Broadway. Like it felt like that type of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very Dr. Seuss-esque.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Freaking loved it. Loved how all that looked.
Caleb, I can't remember. When it comes to prosthetics, do we put that in effects or costumes?
Prosthetic, that would be a costumes thing.
Okay.
We talking.
Yeah. Effects is cinematography, special effects, practical effects, like anything along those lines.
Okay.
And then costumes can also incorporate like props.
Ooh.
Okay.
But
do their bodies count as props?
Do their bodies count as props?
What do you think they're an item, Rose? These people are an item to be used.
I'm gonna shut up now before I put my foot in my mouth.
Yeah. Dude.
You objectifying?
Did anyone? I was wildly curious about how they did the freaking combo creatures.
Yeah, those were weird as hell.
Yeah.
Like, were those like I couldn't tell if those were freaking practical or CG.
For real. They made them.
They were real? Holy shit. Those looked great.
No, I mean like they made them in a lab.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, those
Well, were
did
they
look good.
CG?
I don't know.
You had him going there for a minute, man.
I know. I was freaking pumped. I was like, dude, those look fantastic. Whatever they did, they looked great. Like, I love the pug face with the freaking duck butt.
That was great.
And I'm trying to think of like another combo. The goat with the duck face.
Oh, this is weird. They worked with the video effects team to stitch together real footage of geese and 1 second, it's taking me. The fuck. They worked hybrid animal house pets. They worked with VFX team to create and stitch together real footage of geese and other farm animals running down tracks made out of gymnastic bars on set because Lathamos wanted to shoot with real animals, not CG. So they got footage of both animals and then cut them together?
Okay.
How in the shit did he pull that off?
They wanted the burp to be practical, but couldn't get it to figure out.
Damn
it. The designers tested everything from blow glass to far out there chewing gums before eventually having to resort to CG.
Makes sense. Oh, man, dude. I've been meaning to message Mikey about this. I feel like that would be a super fun game to play on his show. Is like, how would you do it?
Yeah.
Like, figure out a prop or some sort of situation that he's like had to do. Like, I think he was saying, like, I remember listening back and he was talking about like an orange and it needed to roll off the table like perfectly. And they had like this super simple little design made up so they could execute that. I'm like, dude, that'd be like a great little game for the show. Like, how would you do it?
A weird practical thing. This might pump up some scores. The moving postcards between all of the scenes, the like different acts, the like surrealist where she was like floating on weird things. Those were all practical. Emma Stone was actually floating on a slice of brain that we built in a tank. Everything was a physicality. The weird liquid surface she's floating on. We worked with an artist who makes art out of emulsifying liquids and smokes. That's crazy.
Shit.
Yeah.
That is wild and actually does bump the score up for me a little bit. Oh, man. Where are you guys sitting? Because like I said, I'm fairly high with how well
I'm very high.
Oh, no. Personally, I think I'm going to go 93.
Thank God. I had it in my thing, and I was like, I'm not. I have a 96.
I am also at a 93 as well. All right, next up we got music. This is interesting. So,
what used works? I don't really remember anything except the ballroom dance scene.
Yeah, that's all I remember too.
What I do remember is good. It plays into the plot well. That's really all I know. There is the background. They do have good like background noise music to like amp up like any emotions they're trying to get, but that's really all I can remember this far out. Seeing it too.
Yeah, I liked how the use of music throughout. Like how when she was in her like toddler stage, it was very just like choppy, just like ding, ding. Like it felt like very unpractical.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like it got a little bit more and more elegant.
Yeah.
And like until she was like at what I would say her full maturity. And then it was very like the stereotypical like orchestra music, but it like worked its way up to a point where it almost felt like through her puberty era, it was more like I'd almost say like a high school band. sounding.
Yeah.
Like I loved that progression. So I took a lot of notice from that. But overall soundtrack, I think worked for the film.
Yeah.
And so I think that alone, I probably would have been at a 6, but because I liked the score and like the progression of like super choppy, like unpracticed, like doesn't know how to play an instrument to the cinematic orchestra, like I'd bump that up to a 7.
Yeah, I was in the same. I'm close to the same boat. I'm in a 6.
What say you, Rose?
Huh? No, match Caleb at a 7. That ballroom scene just bumps it up for me quite a bit. It's so great. I love it.
All right, we've reached the conundrum.
Yep. Next up, we got costumes. All right. The outfits that she did wear.
No, the costumes they wore in the movie were phenomenal. It's just very funny that your one on the spreadsheet says not even close.
Yeah,
even the clothes progresses same as the everything else. Like it almost has its own character development. Like in the
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like she has her own, like her, you could see like little like micro eras of different things that she wears. But I'd say that like that big blue dress that she wears at the beginning is very like has a very like eye-catching like silhouette, which is what I always try and look for with a costume.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
like if it has a good silhouette, that's an indicator of a really good outfit or costume.
They have a movie poster for it just based around that exact outfit you're talking about too.
I want to say that's also the like physical media cover.
Yep.
But yeah, like freaking loved that. Gosh, Willem Dafoe's prosthetics, dude,
amazing.
Even up close, like they got like real up and personal in his face, and I like typically like you can almost see like the line of where it starts or where the prosthetics start, and like it's usually very faint, but I couldn't see shit.
Yeah, could I?
Like it was wild.
Bravo for that. Looked amazing. Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a simple man. It's a 10 for me for the lack of and the amount of clothes.
I don't know if I'm quite at a 10. I am fairly close though, so I'm gonna be up at it like a 9. Because I mean, it is more or less an era piece, so you get to see a lot of other people. Like those other outfits were fantastic, and then Emma Stone's and Willem Dafoe's just kind of blow them out of the water. But I've contemplated a 10. I can't quite give it a 10.
It's a movie I can remember outfits on, which is not something I can often do.
Yeah, this is one I feel could be made into a Halloween outfit, and I'd be able to pick it out. Like, that's Poor Things. Yeah. Where are you at, Rose?
I'm gonna keep the matching Caleb train going. I'm gonna go for a 9 too. 4 in a row.
4 in a row. All right, next up we got our own personal score. Who wants to take this one first? Rose?
Mine's gonna be
Sure. I'll go first. This has got to be one of the, like, I remember like when it ended, I'm just like, that has got to be one of the weirdest fucking movies I've ever seen, but I loved every minute of it. like from start to finish, this movie had me engaged. The acting is amazing from Emma Stone to Mark Ruffalo, Willem Dafoe. All three of them are amazing. The costumes, the writing, just everything is so good in this movie, and I can understand why it won the awards it did at the Oscars and other award shows. So I think I think personally I'm going to be at a solid 90.
Damn. All right.
Was
What
that
about you,
low?
Mr. Plunge?
The Mr. Plunge.
The Mr. Plunge.
I'm taking real liberties with the personal score. So I know everything I've said tonight is glowing reviews. This is one of those movies that I left going, I acknowledge that this checks all the marks for a good movie. And when it goes into award season, I understand the technical stuff behind it that makes it a great movie. And I acknowledge that it has good acting. And I left the movie going, I don't care to see it again. I think I'm good. And I also, as I get further away, I think I've watched 98 2023 movies. And upon the first watch, it was ranked high, I think like number 5. And the further away I get, every time I go to like add a new movie, I'm like, you know what? I think I like that one more than Poor Things. And it slowly dropped. So for my personal score, I am giving it an 82.
Okay.
It's one of those weird movies where it's like, I can acknowledge that this is a great movie, but I don't know if it's all that for me.
I am on that same boat. It's one that I know why critics are going to rant and rave about it.
And even on those, what they rant, I agree. But like, also I was like, okay.
Yeah, but I'm with you. I don't know if I will ever watch this again. If I do, it's going to be because my wife wants to watch it. And so I'll probably sit down and watch it with her. Otherwise, I don't plan on ever seeing this movie again.
Damn, man. I was excited to buy this on Blu-ray.
I might do that too. That's not out of the question, but
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just a few points lower than you are. So I'm sitting at like a 78.
Damn. Apparently I thought this was like fucking Citizen Kane compared to you guys.
Yeah, you did. I didn't like Citizen Kane either.
I've never seen Citizen Kane, so
yeah, that movie doesn't hold up for shit.
Rosewood. Loser.
Oh, but yeah. All right. Well, with all of those scores getting submitted.
Oh wait, shit.
Going through. I already did.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah, but going through these categories real quick. Starting off with story, we are sitting at an 81.33. Writing is sitting at an 88.33. Acting averaged out to a 92. The character development averaged out to an 86.33. The effects are sitting at a 94.
I'm going to have a high score for the first time in my life, I fear. Somehow the math comes out to 82.36 still.
Yeah. All right. Then the music is sitting at a 7 out of 10. The costumes are sitting at a 9 out of 10. And then our personal score ended up averaging out to an 83.33. So with that, the final All Bros and Plunge letter grade for Poor Things has come out to a A B plus.
Ooh, that's my first B plus.
Let's go.
Yes, it is. Let's see where it's sitting.
Now, what's the score?
So it is sitting at an 86.91.
Ooh,
So this is
a low B+.
above Holes.
Well above Holes. That's unfortunate.
Actually,
I'd watch Holes in a heartbeat.
Okay, funny enough, though, it's barely over 1% higher than Holes. But our margins are so tight.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, let's see how many. So there's 26 movies in between Poor Things and Holes.
What's Holes at? I thought is Holes 85?
Yeah, 85.25, and then Poor Things is at an 86.9. So it's 1.4% difference with 26 movies in between them. So it's funny because it's like I think it's like wildly different. It's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sitting at an 89 or an 86.91, that puts it. Do we want to go above or below first?
Let's do the below.
What's below? All right. It is sitting below the Iron Claw.
Okay.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yep.
It is below John Carpenter's Halloween.
Okay, good.
It is below Elemental and Detective Pikachu.
Okay.
It's below Freaky.
Not familiar.
It is also below The Black Phone and How to Train Your Dragon.
It should be so much further below How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, there's a pretty big gap between those.
Okay, all right.
I mean, by our standard, it's 1.6%.
5 above it is 1.6%, but it takes 26 to get 1.4 below.
No, so I've been no. There's been some that I'm skipping.
Okay.
Like I'm just skipping around to the ones that I feel like we would know.
Gotcha.
Isn't
Isn't this your show? Don't you know them all?
Yeah, we do. I'm just like, for guest's sake. Like, I'm also trying to do ones that are a little bit more like, in the public eye.
Sure.
Like, in between some of those is Nobody, the one with Bob Odenkirk.
Nope.
Yeah.
Hey,
Total Recall. Yeah. The Schwarzenegger. Total Recall.
Nope.
Yeah. See why I did this?
Hey, what's it
did you
above,
ever watch
Caleb?
Parasite? Huh?
I have seen You have Parasite this close to Poor Things.
Yeah, we have Parasite.
Which one you didn't like Parasite?
I think we actually both really like Parasite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Parasite's at an 87.59.
Okay.
All right, going the opposite direction. Poor Things is sitting above Nightmare Alley.
I don't think Caleb likes that.
I actually don't mind.
Oh, wow.
It is above Frozen 2.
Wow, damn.
Let's see. It is above Scream 2022.
Oh, okay. I like that they're close, though.
Yeah, those ones are super close. So Scream 2022, it's a 0.4% difference.
Okay.
Let's see. It is above the Lego Movie 2.
Okay.
It is above Black Adam.
Thank God.
No shit. Wait, This begs a different question. Which one of you liked Black Adam that it's this high?
Dude, bullshit.
Fingers.
Bullshit.
Not pointing fingers.
Okay, for those of you wondering, the costumes is what freaking brought Black Adam up by a bunch.
Costumes has that much weight?
Yeah, well,
Out of 10.
I know it's out of 10, but like we have the numerical values, like the equivalent of what what everything is. So a 1 is like a 45.
Oh.
And then a 10 is 100.
Oh,
and then
okay. I thought they were just weighted 10, like a 10th.
Yeah, no, like we had to apply a numerical value to them.
Gotcha.
So like our average, so like if you give something a 5 out of 10, that's like the equivalent of giving it like a 75.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of how we worked it. And then an 8 is like an 80, a 9 is a 90.
Well,
At
not
least I think it's 90.
Not for DJ though.
Yeah, not for DJ.
The numbers have to matter.
Yeah. But yeah, so costume. So I mean, it has the same weight as any of them. So if you give a 10 to it, it's the equivalent of giving it 100.
Okay.
But all right, where were we? It is also above Evil Dead Rise.
I think I might have enjoyed Evil Dead a little more.
Rose, you're forgetting about the furious jumping. I need you to read.
You know what? You're right.
All right.
I'm forgetting about that. How could I forget about that?
And then just because we were talking about it earlier, it is sitting above Trolls Band Together.
Fuck.
Trolls Band Together actually is just barely missing the B+ range.
I need to know where I have Trolls Band Together in my 2023 ranked.
But
maybe
yeah,
it's not high.
Yeah. But I'm not hating where Poor Things is sitting.
No,
like there's definitely some like questionable ones, but overall, I think it's a pretty decent rating.
Agreed.
That's got to change. I got
Funny enough, it did score both, like just comparing like other like Oscar nominations. It's sitting below Oppenheimer.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer's a masterpiece.
Yeah, just trying to see if there's anything
Where's
else
the
that came out
holdovers?
this year. The holdovers? Oh, the holdovers is like, where's that?
Wait, no, that's also an 85.32 because that was my episode. It's like 2 below.
Were you?
Yeah.
The holdovers? We
I
gave
think
the whole
so.
the holdovers is a A-.
Did I listen to that episode? No, I was on that episode. Maybe I got my first A-.
I don't think you were on holdovers.
Maybe I wasn't.
Let me
Maybe
check.
I listened to that
Because I like.
Maybe I was so engaged listening that I felt that I was on the episode. I feel like I can see the PowerPoint.
Fella, I was right there with you guys.
Yeah. So the only 2. Yeah, we've only had you on for 2. The first one was Holes, and then the second one was 8 Crazy Nights.
Okay, and then Saltburn.
Oh, and so the holdovers was right after 8 Crazy Nights.
That must have been it.
Yeah, the holdovers was the episode right after.
Listener, you guys.
Appreciate that.
You guys are so engaging. Feels like I was there. I feel like in my head I can see. I must have been watching that one on YouTube because I feel like I can see the PowerPoint, and that's why I thought I was in it.
Yeah, but we gave that one an A-.
All right,
like well-deserved A-.
that checks out why I wasn't part.
But yeah. So I believe that wraps up this week's breakdown.
I just moved Trolls Band Together up in my 2023 rankings.
By how much?
I mean, it was at 42. What a fucking crime. Let's see.
It is the GOAT of the trilogy, so
it's by a mile the GOAT of the trilogy. It's coming off of a terrible performance in Trolls 2.
Yeah, that one was an
You guys like more Guardians 3 or Trolls Band Together?
I would give that to Guardians.
yeah,
I think I'm putting it right below Guardians. Okay, it's moved up to 30.
That high. Wow.
Wait, Saltburn's got to move down first. That'll clear up some room.
Oh shit!
What else do I have high? Maestro can go way fucking down. All right, we're getting places. I think I like Naiad more. Okay. All right, we're good. 32. It's in 32 now.
Perfect.
All right. Well,
sorry.
Wrap this episode up. The Mr. Plunge, would you like to tell everyone where they can find you and everything that you do?
At Plunge Podcast everywhere. Check us out. we're streaming on all the places. Go check us out. Give us a listen. Come check out me and The Hunt. We don't like Saltburn. Bubba's there sometimes too. Guys, I have one question before you go. Who's the dream guest on your podcast?
Oh my god.
Dream guest on my podcast? Oh man.
I don't know. Probably one of Caleb's exes. Just kidding.
Dude,
I'm kidding.
Shout out Joe just you.
Those would be very interesting episodes. I only have 2 exes. But yeah. As fun as that would be.
Hell
Rose,
no.
It's a special interview. Rose is just interviewing. He's in like a 60-minute style interview.
I 100% do not know how an interview like that would go, because I know that like my feelings when the relationship ended. I don't know if I shared the same feelings.
Now, what would you say your favorite line from Trolls Band Together is, and why? Is it the gin rummy line?
Oh man.
Oh shit. All right. If we'll post links to everything that Mr. Plunge does down in the episode description if you guys want to find all of that. If you like this episode, want to check out more of our stuff, be sure to follow and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are damn near everywhere.
Actually, we're not. It's shrinking. The hosts are going away. Have you seen that? There's like 3 of the standard hosts for the past like 8 years are going away.
The hosts?
Like, was it Stitcher's gone? Google Podcast is gone. There's another one.
What?
Are they just going out of business?
Yes.
Oh shit. Stitcher's a pretty decent part of our pie chart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're basically everywhere that's not going away.
Facts.
Yeah, you can also follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all at the All Bros. So you can find links to all of the stuff that we do on there. If you want to hit us up, want to join us for an episode, want to recommend a movie for us to do or anything like that, be sure to you can email us at theallbroschannel@gmail.com or check out our website, tinyurl.com/theallbros, where you can find links to everything that we do. Next week is a little up in the air. We are either going to be breaking down Rebel Moon Part 2 with DJ.
Have fun.
Because he did say that he was, he already claimed that that episode.
You guys were
that we
able to finish Rebel Moon Part 1?
Barely.
Yeah, barely.
So fucking boring.
That's a. I think I made it 26 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. So DJ already promised that he would do part 2 with us, so we got him locked in for that. If we don't do that one next week, I think we're going to do the remake of Roadhouse.
That was fun. Have you guys seen it yet?
I've watched it already, and I had a pretty good time with it.
Dude, movies rock.
Yeah. I actually may see if Ben might be into doing that episode with us.
Ben is who you need on the Roadhouse episode for sure.
Just to be that person to compare it to the OG. Because I would be shocked if he hasn't seen Roadhouse. If he's seen Stone Cold, I'd be genuinely surprised if he hasn't seen.
There's not a
the
fighting
OG Roadhouse
movie that Ben Bowman has not seen.
Yeah, so we'll have to hit him up. Hit him up with that. See if he'd be down.
Roadhouse.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, you guys can look forward to either one of those episodes happening next week. Until then, this has been the All Bros Podcast featuring the Plunge Podcast. And we will catch you guys next week. Deuces.
Double deuces.
Don't be lame.
Triple deuces.
I will be lame.
Wasn't sure if that was at me. I was like, okay, triple deuces.